Hello everyone, it is Dylan from Yugioh Everything back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. This time I will be going over the 126 cast list that was just released. Usually I have these cast lists out at like noon, 1 o'clock. I knew this one I was going to have to push it off till later in the day, till around 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which is when you are seeing it if you're watching it within the first like 10 minutes of me uploading it. And of course, this is the cast list that gives away so much interesting information. This by far, in my opinion, is the most informative cast list we have ever gotten, and I knew 126 was going to be good. It's technically, I guess it's the second episode, right, of the new arc. We get the new opening and ending in about less than 12 hours. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm not going to watch the episode live, or maybe I'll watch it live and just look away when the opening and endings come because I'm going to react to them. But I'm getting a little off topic. I'm going to read the summary and the cast list. I'm letting you guys know, and I always say this, there are massive spoilers here. Massive spoilers to the point where I'm pretty sure they give away maybe the main antagonist's name. So if you do not want to be spoiled about that, again, if you do not want to be spoiled, click off this video right now. You have been warned. 3, 2, 1... So here it is. Here is the summary. As Yuri attempts to turn Sora into a card, Yugioh appears before him and challenges him to a duel. While a fierce battle between the two unfolds, Yugioh as well as Reiji and Rira manage to reach Akaba Leo. Leo begins speaking about the demon duelist who leads the world to destruction, as well as the 4 dragons. What is the reason the world is divided into 4 dimensions? Here's the cast. Yuya, Yuri, and Zark. And already right off the bat, it's like, are you kidding me? Yuto and Yugioh, Shun, Sora, Kaito and Edo, so they're both back, Yusho the narrator, Reiji, Rira, Leo, Rei, and extras. The second, huge shout out again to Alpha Ninja X for Speedroid Knight for posting this on Tumblr. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out yourself. Definitely give her a follow. And she tweeted to me this picture that she saw, and I never would have even seen this. I think DMC, who does the translations, was the original person who found this. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. She said it was sent to her by someone else on the forums. But if you look at this picture, you can see, it's hard to see, but in the bottom left of Yuri's picture, Z-Arc, which is Zark, and you can see in the bottom corner of Serena's picture, Rei. And we go back here to the cast list. Zark is going to be voiced by Yuya and Yuri's voice actor, same voice actor, and Rei, is there a connection to Serena? It would lead you to believe there is a connection there, right? So, is Zark the main villain here? Probably. The first thing that I thought when I saw that was Zork. Zork Necrophades, he was the main villain, obviously, of Duel Monsters. And so I think it's interesting that it's one letter off. I think it's just a coincidence. I mean, imagine Yami Bakura's behind this. I'm just obviously kidding around. It's definitely a coincidence. But I have to say, I just don't know what to think. We know Yuri is going to duel Sora. Hopefully we'll see it in 125, because if we don't, Sora's just, it's going to be one of those things where we see the duel, and it's the last turn, Yuri calls his attack, and Sora gets defeated. Yuri's about to finish him off, Yugioh appears, and that duel will take place, and then you have Yusho and Reiji reaching Akaba Leo, and that's just awesome. But Leo, it makes sense now. Leo is nervous when he sees these counterparts, and he sees Yuri doing what he's doing when he defeated Asuka and that demon kind of came out of him, because he knows that Zark is probably this demon duelist, and he's the reason that the world is in 4 dimensions, that he split the world into 4 dimensions. So you would have to imagine that that darkness inside Yuya, Yuri, Yuto, and Yugioh, the darkness, the entity, is named Zark. Now, is there an entity within Ruri and Rin who are not in this episode? You know what? Actually, none of the Bracelet Girls are in this episode, which is kind of concerning to me, because Yuya is going to be in it, and so is Yuto. So that's kind of nervy, isn't it? That Yuya and Yuto and Shun are all going to speak, but Ruri and Serena are not, and that's a little nervy. Maybe it'll be in a flashback, but if it's not, maybe Ruri and Serena are going to go unconscious from being defeated, or Yuya, or they're all going to get transported into some weird world where maybe, I don't know. I'm really not sure what to make of that, but it's interesting that no Bracelet Girl speaks in this episode. This is going to be a just bonanza of information, I hope at least. I really think it is. We're going to have scenes from Yugioh and Yuri's duel, and then we're going to have huge information dumps. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. but Rei is going to speak, and that's what's interesting to me. Rei is speaking in this episode. None of the 4 bracelet girls are speaking. So are Ruri and Serena going to combine into one person like Yuya and Yuto did? And are Ruri and Serena going to combine into Rei? And are we going to see some dialogue between Zark and Rei, while Rei is maybe the person who can save the world, and Zark is the person who is trying to destroy the world? Which again, I think would be so interesting, because we would be rooting against Yuya and Yuto and Yugioh down the stretch, because they are the ones that have this darkness within them. Not necessarily, but assumingly. So I don't know what to make of it, but the fact that Rei is speaking, and the fact that Zark is speaking, is so exciting to me. It really is. Why there's no Bracelet Girl speaking, I'm not quite sure. We also have Kaito and Edo. We don't have the Doctor, so that's interesting too. We don't have the Doctor. You'd imagine if Reiji and Rira and Yugioh meet Akabaleo, it's going to be in that room and the Doctor would be with them. So does the Doctor leave with Yuzu and Rin and take them somewhere else, and Leo, or maybe Leo leaves the room and meets them in a hallway or something? I have no idea. But it's a very interesting cast list, guys. And between 125 itself, between the new opening and ending, oh, I cannot wait. I have not been, and I'm always pretty excited about Arc 5. I have not been this hyped. This is the most hyped I've ever been for Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. There's no doubt about it. So you guys let me know all your theories down below. I'm sure I will hear a lot of good ones from you. Oh man, I cannot wait. Again, between this and the new openings, I'm so excited, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. What a great cast list. Thank you to Speedway Knight for posting this on Tumblr, and thank you to everyone else who did send me this. Again, I apologize, there was a bit of a delay. Of course, the one cast list where there's a 9-10 hour delay for me to analyze, it's probably the best cast list we've ever received in terms of interesting information. But that does it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.